Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now tonight's pour is going to be a car themed one. It is a Hot Wheels and it is a 57 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham. I don't know how you say that. Brougham. However you say that, let me know in the comments. Well, you wouldn't be able to let me know in the comments because I'd read it the same way. I guess you could tell me how that you can sound it out, write it out how it sounds, but Brougham. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm going to say it that way, Brougham. I'm probably not even going to put it. I'm just going to put a 57 Cadillac Eldorado. Now, Eldorado reminds me of an ELO song and an album called Eldorado. Now, I say it Eldorado. I don't know how anybody else says it. El Dorado. But there was an El Dorado, Kansas, when I lived in Kansas. Well, it's still there, but when I lived in Kansas, I've been to it a few times. I've driven through it a number of times. My best bud lived there for a little bit, and I visited him while he lived there one time. So it was always pronounced El Dorado, so that's how I say it. And I was actually watching some music videos, people reacting to music videos, because my wife and I are actually thinking of starting another YouTube channel and doing video reactions. So I'm kind of watching some different reactors to see how they do it, kind of giving me some tips. And so I'm listening to songs that I already know, not new songs, because I don't want to spoil the genuine reaction to a new song. But I am going to play a lot of songs for my wife that she has not heard. And she'll probably play me some songs that I have not heard. Like, she's more into countryside. I'm more into the classic rock and maybe even some heavy metal and just some weird stuff. So keep an eye out for that. But so this is an Eldorado, and that's how I say it. But you ought to listen to that. The first, if you go to the Eldorado album, it's the first little, I don't know if you call it an intro. It might be just called Eldorado intro. I'm not sure exactly. And then Can't Get It Out of My Head is right after that. Listen to those two. It's kind of a neat little intro to the album, the first track. Anyway, so I have decided, this is black and green. As you can see, it's got flames on it. I don't think I'm going to do flames. I might. You never know how it turns out. So I decided with a green background instead of a black background, because the car is black. I wanted to stick out a little bit more. I'm going to use black. So the black I'm going to be using is Artist Loft black, just plain black. The greens, I'm going to use two different greens. I'm going to use some white, and the white is also Artist Loft white, just in white. But I got this Master's Touch fluorescent green. It's almost out, as you can see. And I found these a couple weeks ago, or no, it was Monday. It was just a few days ago at Hobby Lobby. It's their Master's Touch brand, and they're called Pearlized. This one is a pearlized golden green. And I think what they mean by pearlized is kind of the metallic, because I bought 6 of these colors and they're all have a metallic look to it. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to use a pearlized golden green, fluorescent green, and black, and some white. So what I've decided to do with these, excuse me, when I put them up, what I've decided to do with this is I've already got the green down. So I'm going to do actually 2 strips of black coming out the back of the car, because I want to use more black like in the center. And I didn't want to do like a big solid black strip. So I'm going to do 2 smaller strips, and then I'm going to put the green and the white in the middle, and then I'm going to blow it out. So that's the plan. So all I have to do is turn the camera, we can get started, and sorry for the long intro on this one. All right, as you can see, I've got it down, and as always in metallic paints, and you can tell this is a metallic type paint because I just put some marks in it to give it that textured look that I like. So I've already torched it to get all the air bubbles out. So all we got to do is just start painting. So I'm going to take the car out of the package real quick because I like to set it on there. Well, not set it on there, but set it above there to show you kind of what it's going to look like. And this green on here is a little bit darker, but we'll have that fluorescent green in there. But I am going to kind of mark where the car is going to be. So I know about where to start those black streaks on it. Quite a bit of black paint up there. I don't want that much, so we're going to kind of move it down a little bit. So then we're going to put this green paint right down the middle. And of course, I'll put some white in there. A little extra paint. Kind of what I was looking for, was that black on the outside and the green just right down the middle. I'm gonna blot out just a little bit, because you can even have it even right there to where it's still we'll put it about right there. Now I did kind of want that green strip down there, but I kind of don't like it as thick. don't like it as solid, I guess you could say. So I put the car there. It'll probably cover up a lot of that like basic green right there. So there you have it. I think I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it like that. I'll torch it some more just to get some heat on it to get that lacing in there like that. Maybe a little bit more green up here that I can blow out. Just a hair of white. No, that's not white. That's, what did I do with the white? Oh, there it is. Can have it like right there to where it's really, even at a little angle, that would be good. All right, I think we're gonna leave it at that. Yep, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, as you can see, this one has dried. I'm really liking the shimmer on this pearlized green. This is a 10 by 20 canvas, and we have the back taped. I'm going to use 7 ounces of resin, 3.5 the hardener, 3.5 the epoxy, and this is Pro Marine resin that I'm using. I actually have 14 ounces mixed because I have another painting right over here that I'm going to be doing as well. So I'm going to pour half of this on this one, and then we'll pour the other half and get it going. See if we get down to about 7 ounces. I think it's about right. So if you'll bear with me while I put the resin on this one. Come back to this one and get this spread out. Oh yeah, that pulled that green out, that dark green. Really pulled that out. That looks sharp. Woo. And I do like this pearlized green. It's a real light green, but boy, it looks good in the resin. All right, I'm going to stop this so I can record the other one. All right, I finished the other painting, so we'll continue with this one. We'll get these air bubbles torched out. I really like the green, like I said before. It's pulling out. This is going to be a rich one, rich, rich, rich. Going to make me a little richer because I know that somebody's going to pick this piece up pretty quickly. You know, green is, I haven't been real fond of the greens. Not that I don't like them, but I'm just not that big on greens really. But here lately, I've had some really nice green pieces, and they turn out really nice, and they've sold pretty quickly. So that's why I wanted to go with some more greens. And this pearlized green from Artist Loft, or no, Master's Touch, excuse me. Sorry about that. With Master's Touch, it's just really, I really do like the color of it, how it's, yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. I think that's going to look good. I mean, it does look good, but I think it'll do well. My next show is just in a couple weeks. It may not last that long. It may not last past that show. I've done this event that's coming up for, this might be my 4th year doing it, their particular event. It's at a high school, the Lutheran High School in Indianapolis area, and I've done pretty good at those. So, all right, I believe I have all the air bubbles out. Now, I'm trying to decide whether I should put it here to kind of cover up that green, or maybe out a little bit farther. I might go out a little bit farther, like right here. So I'm going to place it right there. Because that green does kind of, it pulled that green out, the color of it. So I kind of do like a little bit more solid there. I didn't really like it at first, but I might even turn it just a hair. So that green's coming out that back. All right, let me know what you think about this one, and leave a comment, hit the like button. Let me know what you think of these colors, if you're liking the green like I'm liking this green, and especially this pearlized green. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to it, and thanks for watching.